Cervical cancer, it's a type of cancer that often goes unnoticed or undetected. Each year, more than 14,000 women in the United States are diagnosed with invasive cervical cancer, but the disease is preventable with appropriate testing and vaccination. Our 18 News reporter Deja Gross joins us now with how women can avoid facing this type of cancer.
The month of January represents 31 days dedicated to cervical health awareness. The period aims to bring attention to education about screenings, vaccinations, and overall ways to treat the highly preventable disease of cervical cancer.
Here in the United States, we have 14,000 new cases, and we probably lose about 4,000 women per year here in the United States. Cervical cancer is largely, in over 95% of the cases, caused by HPV, human papillomavirus. And so anything that we can do to prevent the transmission of HPV, better.
And cervical cancer is caused by cellular changes from a prolonged HPV infection. Not everybody with HPV will develop cervical cancer or other complications, but that is a risk for the prolonged infection.
Cervical cancer often goes unnoticed or undetected.
And we obtain it through sexual contact. So if you've had multiple partners in the past, you're at risk for HPV. If your current partner, has had previous exposure to a different partner, you're exposed to HPV most likely.
The initial stages of cervical cancer do not have any signs. Usually when people have signs such as abnormal vaginal bleeding and stuff like that, the disease is much more advanced, which is why it's so very important for people to come in and have pap smears done at regular screening intervals.
You can lower your risk of cervical cancer by getting screened regularly every 3 to 5 years starting at age 21.
We would like to start seeing women yearly at the GYN office when they become sexually active. We want to see you every single year to do a vaginal exam and make sure things are healthy and you don't have any questions or concerns, even if you don't need a pap smear that year.